Hi, welcome to InspireEd. Today, we're here to talk about something that truly matters, teacher development. Teacher development is at the heart of every successful classroom. It's not something that happens once. It's an ongoing journey. When educators commit to growing, everything changes. Teacher development isn't about attending workshops or collecting certificates. It's about daily commitment to grow. Teacher development has a direct impact on student learning outcomes when educators invest in their own growth, whether through collaborative learning, professional course, or self-reflections. It transforms the entire classroom experience. There isn't just theory. Research shows that schools with strong teacher development programs see better student engagement, higher achievement rates, and healthier school cultures. The question is whether you're having time to develop. The question is, can you afford not to? Growth is a choice you make every single day, and your students are watching. They're learning what growth looks like by watching you. So let's talk about how to make that happen.
One thing that we do with all our new teachers in the school, when I say new, not just in terms of experience,
New to the teacher profession, but new
Yes.
to your school.
new to our school, they could be having even 10 years
Yeah,
experience, 5 years experience, is they go through the same thing as students. And that's again project experience program that we do for the teachers. Teacher training also, right? We have to look at it in a more comprehensive manner
Of course.
than number of hours. Your number of hours of teacher training has no meaning if the experiences are not defined carefully for the teachers. I think KSITE as a organization, we are able to, in all our courses, all our trainings to every single teacher, and any course that you log in, you would be able to see teachers across the spectrum.
Our school is unique, just as every other school is, and our needs of professional development are also unique. Of course, there are subject-based trainings which could be same, like how do you teach the mathematics, for example, that could be replicated and that applies to many schools. But things like classroom management, developing of culture, student relationships, that's very, very unique. So we rely mostly on our own workshops, and we have tens of them, many, almost every week we would have multiple workshops. So teacher trainings were extremely important since year one. Actually, we started teacher training before the school started.
I really like that. I think if you can simplify with the message that you are giving, the message that you are sending across, I think that's powerful. And I think for too long especially in education, we've packed so much into it. And actually, I really, again, as I'm getting older, I'm really beginning to admire the people who have the skill of subtracting. Like if you can subtract, if you can simplify, then that's the kind of people.
That's very powerful. Focus on subtracting things and where you're putting your attention on.
I was listening to a great podcast about this, and it was a guy was comparing it to a map. So if you look at a traditional map, and a good leader should be able to we were, for a time in my career, I'd seen and delivered short professional development. You go to a school for a week,
of course.
and it was cool. We did some good work, but I think ultimately where we're finding impact is the longer, more intentional projects, longer, more intentional designs. And that's what we're doing with Elham. We are saying, okay, if you are a partner that really wants to change, that really wants to evolve, we will stand beside you and help you with that design. And like we said before, help you when the chips are down, and help you when you hit the barriers, help you navigate that. So that's the point of it. The Hakuba Forum now for 2 years.
Okay.
The third year is coming up in October.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we meet in Japan. We have around 40 educators from around the world.
Wow.
Or people, as you say, people who are interested or passionate about learning.
Yep.
And we bring them together. The forum has core elements. It has an advisory program where every morning you sit with your 5 or 6 people and you discuss a theme or a concept, and that is the most exciting part of the forum. People really love the advisory. They really love sitting in a small group and really getting their teeth into some issues, going deep. Then we do something called Frontier Talks. So everyone talks for around 3 minutes, no slides, no props. They just explain a frontier or an edge that they are pushing.
So everyone gets to pick their own topic?
Everyone gets to pick their own topic, yeah.
And then you just speak about that?
Yeah, then we do maybe 4 or 5 every day, or where there's a break, or where there's an hour, and people, we don't do them all at once. That would be boring. So but we'll stop and pause. 3 or 4 of them would happen, and then we would do a lot of rapid design and prototyping within the forum. And the reason we do that is we want people to find their tribe. So if someone has, like we were talking about before, someone wants to redesign their curriculum, or someone wants to launch a prototype or a sandbox, then at the Hakuba you can find some cheerleaders, you can find people who would support you in doing that. So it's very much, it's about finding your tribe, it's about networking, coming together, but we have some very intentional pieces that we do as DNA of the forum. And then on day 4 we do something called the festival, the Hakuba Festival, where we invite local educators from Nagano and maybe Tokyo region come in, join us for one day.
Wow.
And I would say that's a little more conventional, where we have we have keynotes and we have panels, whereas the forum is very much immersive and very flat, then we have a festival that's a little more recognizable in terms of traditional conferencing. So that's the Hakuba Forum, yeah.
Wow, what kind of transformation have you seen for people who have done your forum and sort of...
Oh, we've had people go back to their traditional schools and go, I can't do this anymore. And completely go on to a different tangent, yeah. We've had people go on really significant journeys post the forum.
As close to the industry as possible. So we actively involve the industry in not just designing the curriculum, but also delivering the curriculum. So a lot of our faculty members come from an industry exposure. So it's a very interesting blend of an academic and industry.
Oh, so you have actually professionals who are either running companies or are leaders in companies who come and teach certain topics or subjects.
So not just certain topics. We have people who quit their industry
they've taken
jobs.
academia full time.
They've taken academia full time, and that's what we encourage more and more people to do.
Wow.
Because that's how we bring in that exposure into. I have to build myself while building, Rishiud, and I think that's my learning. If I have to share it for future educational entrepreneurs, even when we are young, we are starting with something. Something shows success, then we make it bigger. That shows success, we make it bigger. So as I said, we started with just small, short-term programs on leadership, on public policy. They became successful. So as a result, we tried to do some more activities. They became successful. So that's how we've kept growing organically. School education, where it is.
Yeah.
If we remove that, if we say that anyone can teach, you just should have the love for teaching, you should know how to teach.
Yeah.
And you can get trained into teaching, right? It's not that B.Ed is the only way to get trained into teaching.
Absolutely.
We'll see a lot of people showing an interest in becoming teachers.
Yeah.
So they're from the school itself. The interaction, the amount of interaction in the classroom is extremely high.
Yes.
So, students there are not passive recipients of, this is my, this is what the teacher told me, I'll do an homework and get done with it. We actually have to present our views. There's a lot of debate and interaction happening in the classroom. So, even if you talk to, a young kid, a school-going kid in the US or in a large part of the Western world, you will find them to be quite argumentative and talkative. So
critical thinking gets developed that way.
Yeah.
They're much more confident about sharing ideas. There is no fear of my idea is going to be stupid or I'm going to be judged for what I am saying.
Yeah. People are seeing now in this VUCA world or the Bani world. I think now people will also feel that we need something more from education. So when the society starts demanding that from education, automatically more people will start providing that.
Have a massive way to get children to feel a certain sense of safety. The moment a teacher walks into a class with a grim teacher face that I often call, then the children generally get onto a back foot. Oh, did I do anything wrong? And now she's angry again. It starts right there.
The fear.
Yeah, so I think to set... and nobody needs a PhD to smile. And I think we keep forgetting that our bodies are our curriculum. Our biggest curriculum is our body. The way we smile, the way we encourage, the way we lean in, or the way we stand like this and say, all of it.
It showcases
so
attention,
much,
interest.
It's so much more bigger than teaching solar system.
Yeah.
that the student can get even without you now. They can learn about the solar system without you.
Yeah.
They don't need to come to the school to learn about quadratic equation. Actually say start with the who,
Yeah. Okay.
not just the why. Understand your user, Pele. Start with the who. It's always
Or
human-centered.
for who you mean.
Yeah,
Start
with
for-
whom.
yeah,
With
with whom.
not even for.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And I think that who is what we often forget because we're so caught up in the what and the how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to be thinking what happens when you don't train the teacher and she stays. So we need to invest in our colleagues and develop a culture of respect for each other's work and an allowance that we will make mistakes, but we need to have the courage to admit our mistakes, to seek assistance, so that only one person has to make a mistake once and then others can learn from it. And to the managements, let's invest in people. And when you would do that, a lot of these challenges are not going to be challenges anymore because you would have developed a culture of learning.
One of the things that I came across was that you talk a lot about empowering your teachers internationally as well. What does it mean to empower your teachers? And I'm assuming some of that helps in what you're talking about, enablement of teachers and keeping them associated with your institutes for longer time.
But we have a sincere belief that somebody who chose to become a teacher and became a successful teacher could have done a lot of other things in life.
Okay. Counter to popular belief?
Absolutely, counter to popular belief.
So I think
running your teacher training programs and all of that.
We do I think a good 2 weeks, almost 10 days, 2 weeks of teacher training program every year
Okay.
before the school
It's like
starts.
every teacher has
Every
to
teacher,
be part
everyone.
of that. Okay.
All staff members.
Okay.
Even some trainings would be for sports staff, for the boarding staff. Yeah.
Wow.
So we do that. We train them with IT about the school. We take, we go through like what the school is about again and again.
Yeah.
And what we believe in, because there has to be a shared vision
Yeah.
of the school.
Yeah.
That okay, if you're teaching class nursery, but you should be aware about how the 12 board results were, how the kids are performing, what competitions we are winning.
That lays
How we
foundation for career growth for them as
Exactly.
well.
So they should know what's happening in the school, because especially in large schools, there's a disconnect between like a grade nursery teacher would never meet a grade
9,
10th
10th
teacher,
teacher
or the
kuch kaam
kids,
nahi hai.
different buildings and
Yeah.
different working and everything.
Yeah.
So we do that. We do like a shared vision exercise where we talk about what the school has achieved in the last year, what we are aiming for, what we would like to do.
Oh,
You
wow.
know?
Like almost like a goal setting,
Yeah,
reflecting in goal setting?
Yes, goal setting. Because we believe in continuous pursuit of excellence.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I tell the kids also. I said, you're excelling, very good, but it has to be a process. It's not like, oh,
Cannot be a random thing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, my child has topped class 10th, I'm done. Or I'm the number 1 school in India, I'm good. No, it has to be a continuous.
I think the new challenge is the implementation of quality curriculum. And it's not just the curriculum, it's the instruction around it, the assessment around it, and really the class culture that's very critical. So all of this add to learning. So it's not getting a lesson plan from somewhere and then getting the best of best lesson plan with the standards base and then using it. It's really how do you translate what you intend into the classroom. And while we've built curriculum at AKIA, what I keep reiterating is that I want freedom for teachers.
Okay.
Because the teacher should be able to take curriculum and work it in her classroom for her children. Because if it's a one size fits all, then it's never going to work. So how do we equip our teachers to be able to take an intended curriculum and translate it into the classroom in a manner that suits her and her children, her strength and her student's strength? That is really where the magic is. And therefore, teacher capacity building and building teachers' confidence of I can understand this curriculum. You don't need to be somebody else to build curriculum. I can get the curriculum, but what I do in the classroom is magic, right?
Leaders, when individuals come in, they grow in with the school, not just in their capacities to be a better teacher or a better leader, but also a better human being.
Okay.
In fact, one of the wonderful things to be in the education sector, and I know a lot of teachers would agree with me, is that working with children just makes you better human beings in the long run, right? But schools like Heritage, we systemize it. We ensured that we start with the premise that you're not going to get great teachers, right? You get great human beings. It is the school starts to make them great teachers, right?
So there is a process to identify the right human beings.
Yeah, you need to find the right human beings who are passionate about learning, who are passionate about life itself, who are passionate reflectors.
Okay.
Great teachers are actually, to begin with, are great reflectors. They're reflective of their practice, right? Our task is not to look at good teachers. Our task is to identify good learners, good human beings. Teaching, we can teach them. That's not the problem. And India has a challenge of good teaching availability. I don't think we have, as a country, created a depth. The way we've created a depth in certain sectors, I don't think we have a great depth in teaching. It's very difficult. Schools like Heritage have not expanded to 10, 20 campuses. We still, for 20 years of existence, we only created about 5 campuses.
Yeah.
And out of the 5, actually 4 came in the last 4-5 years.
Yeah.
So we were just single campuses for many, many parts of our existence. The reason is we just don't have enough talent. It's not the lack of capital or land, it's a lack of talent in itself. So schools like Heritage survive because we have a good training system. We attract good people, we train them over a period of 1 to 2 years, and then you help them become better.
Major things that has worked well for you that others can be inspired from to apply in their schools in terms of encouraging that teacher growth?
I think one is a lot of effort, a lot of time spent in professional development and personal development within school itself. So this is one of the things that even I would say, even compared to other IB schools, we probably do a lot more. So we work, our students work for about 200 days, but our staff teachers especially work for about 250 days in a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now that 50 days in the year is about 20 days is exclusively on training. Other 30 days could be for events and parent-teacher meetings and a bunch of other things. But those 20-25 days, whether it's in the summers or during working Saturdays, a lot of that time is spent in professional development within the IB framework, but even beyond the IB framework. Okay. But we also do almost 8 to 9 days of what we call as life classes, where every teacher, there is a fixed curriculum for the first 3-4 years, and then there are optional courses. So it starts with something like 7 habits of highly effective people, but it goes on to learning about emotional intelligence, about critical thinking, about relationships and issues within that.
No need or even hybrid learning.
Yeah.
What the teacher will tell them. If you want to do experiments, then you can. The teachers have to be innovative to do experiments.
Yeah.
But if you do it online, will the child do it offline? Will the child do it at their own place?
Yeah.
No, may not.
Obviously not, yeah.
May not. So I feel it's not the right way to learn the way we want the society to learn now. And the learning has to be more kinesthetic, because we are looking at skill-based learning, not content-based learning. Only if it was knowledge society and content-based learning, then of course that is fine. And then even YouTube is helpful.
Absolutely.
We don't even need teachers for that then. You have to just mug up knowledge. Knowledge is available on a fingertip today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You really need anyone. Forget schools and teachers.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I guess, more than how something is done, what you want to know is becoming the important thing. I heard someone say that asking the right questions is becoming the more important skill. I mean, ultimately, even with AI, you're asking questions, right? If you don't know what to ask, then you're not going to get the desired result anyways.
Absolutely, and more than that is important why you want to ask.
Absolutely.
If you don't have the clarity of why, and if you just want to ask for the
then
sake
it's
of
random. The why gives the alignment.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So we do in our school also, whenever the lesson plan is being made, first you do the why with the learners, and then you do the what.
I've had the privilege to know you for almost 9 years with interactions, although limited, but I've seen the ecosystem around you. Yeah. And मुझे एक चीज बहुत inspire करती है कि the team that you have built around you.
Yeah.
वो team ऐसी है कि sir, they are prepared to move mountains for you.
Yes.
तो how does one build a team like that? कैसे हम हमारे ecosystem में ऐसी team बना सकते हैं सर?
टीम बनाने के लिए पहले आपके पास लीडरशिप क्वालिटी चाहिए. कि जो भी क्रेडिट मिलता है, कुछ भी सक्सेस मिलता है, तो क्रेडिट उनको दे रहा है. यू हैव टू गिव क्रेडिट टू देम. और कुछ फेल्योर आता है तो दैट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आई शुड टेक. तो ये दो अगर चीज़ रहेगी हमारे में तो टीम ऑटोमेटिक बनती है. अगर लीडर ही खुद बोलता है कि मेरी वजह से हुआ है तो कुछ नहीं होता है. तो हमेशा हमको सीखते रहना चाहिए. लीडर को भी सीखते रहना चाहिए, टीचर्स को भी सीखते रहना चाहिए. एवरीबडी शुड बी लर्नर थ्रू आउट हिज और हर लाइफ. ऐसे मैं मानता हूँ, क्योंकि लर्निंग लीड्स टू थिंकिंग, थिंकिंग लीड्स टू क्रिएटिविटी, क्रिएटिविटी लीड्स टू नॉलेज, नॉलेज एक्सपांड्स योर विजडम, विजडम एक्सपांड्स योर किंगडम, एंड किंगडम क्रिएट्स योर वैल्यू.
Wow.
So this journey is from human being to being human.
Thank you so much for staying through the end. We hope you found this micro episode to be enlightening and inspiring to take action. Our new episode will be coming out next month. In the meantime, don't forget to share and subscribe to be inspired for more such learnings coming from the world of education. This is your host Ankur Gupta signing out. Until next time, stay inspired and keep learning.